Okay, what's going on, guys and girls? In today's video, I'll be sharing 5 tips that you need to follow if you would like to create higher quality SEO optimized content using ChatGPT. Now, the first tip is that you don't actually need to use the ChatGPT interface. I recommend using the playground mode. This allows you much more customization options and allows you to write much higher quality content. I've tested it many times and there's no doubt that the playground is way better than the ChatGPT interface. So the first tip is to use the playground mode. Most likely you'll have to apply for the GPT-4 API. You can do this from the OpenAI website. I'll leave a link in the description below this video. But you need to apply for the API because this allows you to use GPT-4. However, you will have to pay directly to OpenAI, but usually the cost is not that much, you just pay per usage. So if you don't even use it, you don't have to pay. But I highly recommend using the playground mode and applying for the GPT-4 API because, again, you're able to do much more customization and get higher quality outputs. Okay, so that is the first tip. The second tip is that you need to prime and improve your prompting when using the playground mode. As you can see in the playground mode, you have the system, the user, and the assistant. The system will tell the AI chat box what type of content or objective you're trying to create. For example, let's say you want to write a blog post about real estate, specifically how to renovate and flip houses. In the system, you can write a prompt such as, "You're an expert blog post writer." You need to be very specific when using these AI tools. So that is one level of priming you can do. Another level is if you're writing for your specific business or a client. I recommend grabbing information from that business and pasting it within the system. For example, if I were writing a blog post for my business, I would head over to the website's homepage and then open up Harper AI. If you're not familiar with Harper AI, it's a Chrome extension powered by ChatGPT that allows you to extract information from specific websites. I would use Harper to extract the main business information from the website. To do so, you want to click Page Text, then enter the prompt, extract the main business information from this website. You can be more specific and ask it to extract the business name, business information, service areas, and more. But as you can see, we're able to get a nice summary of that website without having to read through and copy-paste all the content. We can just use Harper. Then I'm going to paste it into the system. After that, I'm going to tell the AI that I'm writing a blog post for this business. Again, we're priming the AI and giving it more context so that it knows to include this information within our blog post. It just has more information to work with because the higher quality input you give the AI, the higher quality output you get back. So that's how you prime the AI to get higher output when creating blog posts. If you'd like me to use these same strategies to create a free article of your choice, check out the link in the description below this video. I've been creating quite a few articles for clients and we're getting some really good results. So if you would like high quality articles at half the cost, check out the link in the description below this video. We can get started with a free article, and if you like it, you can then go ahead and get a paid plan. Now, my third tip is, instead of just asking the AI to write the full article first, what you want to do is generate an outline. So you need to generate an outline first and then use that outline to generate the full article. Because again, that allows you to get better quality outputs. Okay, so I've asked it to write an engaging and in-depth blog post outline for this blog post topic. Be as in-depth and as detailed as possible, and we're going to increase the maximum length. We're going to increase the temperature a little bit. We're also going to increase the frequency penalty just a tad, and we'll also increase the presence penalty just a little bit as well. So our settings are now set. Now let's go ahead and submit this, and we should be able to get a nice outline. Okay, so this is the completed outline, and as you can see, it's pretty in-depth and it includes the information that we had within the system. So it talks about the business name and its cater or customizes blog posts for that business and for the areas in which that business services. Now that we have the outline completed, let's go ahead and generate our prompt for the full article. The prompt that we'll be using is, using this outline above, write a full, in-depth, and engaging blog posts. Be as in-depth as possible, always include tables and lists. I'll probably also add facts. Always write in markdown format and include these keywords naturally throughout the article. So this is my fourth tip, which is you need to add keywords that you would like the AI to use, especially if you're trying to optimize your article for the first page of Google. And there are a couple of ways in which you can get these keywords. If you have a tool like NeuronTracker, you can create a new query, which is how to renovate and flip houses, because this is a keyword in which we're trying to rank for. And this will give you all the information that you need to follow if you would like to outrank the top ranked blog post for this specific keyword. If you don't have NeuronTracker, I highly recommend it. It is a content optimization tool, and they do have a lifetime deal, so essentially you pay one time and you have lifetime access to NeuronTracker. So you don't have to pay monthly like for other SEO tools. It's not too expensive, but it's a very, very powerful tool at giving you insights and recommendations that you can follow to outrank your competitors for any specific keyword. But if you don't have NeuronTracker, you can head over to ChatGPT and use the GPT-4 browsing mode, which allows you to browse live websites. And once you have web browsing enabled, head over to Google and paste in that keyword, which is how to flip and renovate houses, and open up one of the top ranked blog posts for that specific article. For this example, we'll be using the article by Rocket Homes. We're going to copy over that URL and head back over to GPT-4. We're going to ask ChatGPT to identify and find the main keyword for this article, extract those keywords, extract the LSI keywords, and any other keyword that is important or needed for ranking from this blog post. So we're going to run this, and again we're using the web browsing mode, so ChatGPT is going to go ahead and scrape that specific blog post and give us the output based upon our prompt. While that's being done, let's head back over to the NeuroWriter. As you can see here, for this keyword, we have some terms in the article that we need to include within the article. We can actually go ahead, scroll to the bottom, copy all of these terms, and then paste them into the playground mode to tell the AI to include those keywords naturally throughout the article. This way, our article will be better optimized for on-page SEO and our keyword density numbers, allowing us to outrank our competitors for those specific keywords. If you don't have access to NeuroWriter, you can use this method that I just showed you. Okay, so as you can see, we get the main keywords, the LSI keywords, and other important keywords. Again, we have a decent amount, and if you want more, just ask it to extract more keywords, and we'll be able to do so. Okay, so we got a lot of keywords there for the AI to use. Obviously, you want to be careful with your keyword words, because the more you enter, the more your prompt is going to cost you, as it will use more tokens. But just for this example, I'm going to use all of these keywords. However, I would recommend you use fewer because it would be more costly, especially if you're using GPT-4. I have gone ahead and run that prompt with all of the keywords, and this is the full article we got back from ChatGPT. It's a little bit short for my liking, a little bit less than 1,000 words, but I'll show you a strategy you can use to extend your blog post so that you're getting more content. As you can see here, we get a pretty decent blog post. It talks about the pros and cons of flipping a home, choosing the right location, and talks about that business. If you have a business, I definitely recommend including that information because it will naturally include it throughout the article. As you can see here, it's a pretty decent, well-written, well-formatted piece of content from the AI. Usually, you'll be able to get a much longer blog post. So this would be my tip number 5 to expand your blog post. If you'd like to reduce the cost, instead of using GPT-4 because you do not have a pretty good basis for your article, you can remove some of the content from before. Again, this all counts towards your token limit, so the more inputs you have, the more costly your outputs will be, especially if you're using GPT-4 because it's the most expensive model. Here, we can take out all of the instructions used for this article and just keep the full-length article or the first version of the full-length article. You can actually change this to the GPT 3.5 Turbo model because it's going to model the blog post that was already created using GPT-4. So your quality will already be high, but your cost will be lower because now you're using GPT-4. You can expand this by using GPT-4, and as you can see, it will be able to follow your titles, your outline, and the content that was already generated using GPT-4. Okay, so the content has been expanded, and as you can see, it's considerably longer than the original content. Let's do a quick word count. This is about 1600 words, so a nice 1500 word blog post that we were able to get from using GPT-4 and then expanding it using GPT 3.5. It would definitely cost you a lot less than if you were to just use GPT-4 to expand the content. Now let's go ahead and copy this over, and we're going to paste this into our Markdown to HTML converter. Okay, so this is the full article that we were able to get back. As you can see, it's a little bit more in depth and the paragraphs are a little bit longer. Let's go ahead and copy this. I just want to do a quick test to see how SEO optimized this was from ChatGPT. To do so, we're going to paste it into a new ad writer. Again, we already had the keyword how to renovate and flip houses opened already, so off the gate it's about 39. Let's go ahead and add a meta tag and a meta description. If you'd like me to use these same strategies to create a free article of your choice, check out the link in the description below this video. I've been creating quite a few articles for clients and we're getting some really good results. So if you would like high quality articles at half the cost, check out the link in the description below this video. We can get started with a free article, and if you like it, you can then go ahead and get a paid plan. Now we have a content score of 53 out of 100, which is not bad by any means. You probably need to add some more content here. We need to add some images and some more keywords within our articles. Of course, it's an AI, so they don't always do exactly what you want them to do. So you may have to manually add some of those keywords within your articles and titles. But once you do so, you should be able to have a fairly optimized piece of content. So those are my 5 tips that you can follow to help you create higher quality, SEO optimized content using ChatGPT. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Personally, I think it was very valuable. I've shared a lot of tips that I've never shared before about how I create high quality articles. If you enjoyed today's video, let it be known by giving us a big thumbs up and subscribing to the channel if you haven't already. Till next time, stay well.